So it's been a while since I last talked about Becky, hasn't it? If you don't know, I made this video like 6 months ago talking about a character idea for the Binding of Isaac called Becky. Which, yeah, the video kinda sucks. There was name inconsistency, the amount of pocket items for Tinted Becky, and the fucking mic quality. It all started when I was, trying to draw anything. Which, by the way, I haven't fixed it yet. So yeah, I kinda hated that video. That's why this video exists. In this video, I'll be telling you some changes that we made to Becky and Tinted Becky, some other stuff that has been in development for like a good while, and what we still need to do in order to release it. But first of all, thanks for the 40+ likes, I guess? Like, seriously, this is my most liked video on the channel ever. And I'm so happy that people from the Isaac community not only liked it, but offered to work on it and make this silly character possible to make. Like, seriously, thank you so much. But enough talking about that, let's talk about Becky. For this section of the video, I highly recommend you watch the original video, but as a recap, Becky starts with the handmade Bible. Like, seriously, how many times in that video have I thought it was homemade Bible? Like, it's handmade Bible. It still doesn't make sense, but at least it's consistent. Anyways, Becky starts the handmade Bible, which spawns a ghost that can be used to damage enemies. And she has a passive effect that makes it so that when angel deals are swapped. Meaning that devil deals are free, and the angel deals you need hearts to get. We didn't change much gameplay wise for normal Becky because there isn't anything wrong with it. The only notable thing would be that if you press Q while the ghost is midair, the ghost will immediately go back to you instead of in the video where it would home into enemies? Why? But yeah, we don't have a lot to talk about normal Becky. Tinted Becky on the other hand. So how Tinted Becky used to work was that you play as a ghost and Becky would be this kind of second player. Unlike 2-player characters though, she wouldn't be controllable. Instead, she would walk randomly around the room and attack enemies by eat them alive. I still hate that. Which after eating enough enemies, she would book a random item. Now, there's a lot more to the character explained in the video, but that's the basic idea, which is flawed in a lot of ways. The main flaw being Becky's speaking mechanic, being what we call a quality mechanic. What? You don't know what a quality mechanic is? Well, neither do I, so I'll let my friend Tibu explain it to you.
Adding quality to mechanics slash gimmick introduced in the beginning of Isaac Repentance. This is a mechanic that the average player tends to care about too much. In the base game, you can find it in Tainted Lotus passive, Sacred Orb, Tainted Bethany's Birthright, Golden No, and introduced in Repentance Plus, the Abyss reward. This is a mechanic you should try to avoid at all costs when designing an item and or character because it just doesn't work by the concept itself, being how useful an item can be and how it's communicated to a player in the base game. It doesn't work as how useful an item is, changes depending on the situation. If an item doesn't work in a specific situation, you get during that specific situation, the item is entirely useless, and if it is, for example, a quality 3, it wouldn't feel as useful as a quality 3. A second problem is how it is communicated to a player. A normal player with no mods that doesn't look at any guides wouldn't know about this mechanic at all. To know about the quality of each item, you have to either look at external sources such as a wiki or external items descriptions, or look directly into the game files, which, call me crazy, I think having to look at external sources to know about the mechanic is bad game design. One of the main problems with quality mechanics is that, specific moments aside, this mechanic is based on personal opinion from the Isaac developers and thus causes discussion about what quality each item should be. Look at Rock Bottom for example, people either say it should be a quality 3 or a quality 4. And no one is correct as, like I said, the usefulness changes depending on the situation and it's mostly based on a personal opinion. Besides, how do you even measure usefulness in the first place? Anyways, that was kind of a rant. Back to Josen.
So yeah, we completely scrapped that idea in favor of a new one. And much more interesting one this time. Now each time Becky eats a specific amount of enemies, she'll get a stat boost instead, with all the stat boost functions being displayed here. But that's not all, she can also eat items. If you have an item over your head and hand it to Becky, she'll eat the item and get its effects. The effect highly depends on which item you give her. If you give her something like Scorpio, she'll poison enemies while trying to eat them. and if you get a fly, it should not be able to fly and hit enemies airborne. This not only gives us a lot of synergy ideas, but also it's such a better mechanic than just having her just spawn a random item at the end of the floor. Now, we still need to rework a lot of stuff, like, remember those pocket items? Yeah, I don't know what I was thinking of those. I guess I was just thinking like, hey, the more items, the more interesting. But it just became a confusing mess instead. We still need to think of a pocket item idea for her, if she'll even have any. But that's gonna be decided later in development because, well, we still need to finish Novel Becky. Speaking of which, you're probably wondering how much progress we got after the video was published. And the answer is... she moves now. Sadly, we don't have much done for Becky herself. And she's still really buggy in a lot of places. But we're still managing it, slowly but surely. We've been mostly developing item unlocks. Basically items that you unlock by defeating the main bosses. I'm not gonna share much about them since not only I want to make a detailed video on all the items whenever we release Becky, but also they're stupidly simple. Now, I'm not saying that simple items are bad. It's just because that I can't really say much about them. For example, no bombs. They're bombs with the Void Ring. That's about it. But hey, at least progress on those has been really good recently, and I hope you're excited to unlock all of them when the mod eventually releases. Speaking of which, when is the mod releasing? You're probably wondering. Which to that I say, I honestly have no idea. I forgot to say this, but the reason we didn't have a lot of progress was because we don't have enough coders. Which brings me to this part of the video. Yeah, we need coders. Especially ones that can code player characters. I think we have item coders like covered already. If you're interested in helping out, please send a friend request on Discord, which is on the screen right now. And just like last time, I am offering payment, so yeah. If you can't code though, I don't know, just being here interested in the mod helps, I guess. And once again, I don't know how to end the video, so I'll just